If you find yourself endlessly scrolling through short-form videos for hours, yet struggle immensely to focus on a task for even 10 minutes, this message is crucial for you. You've likely felt the deep frustration of wanting to be productive, but feeling utterly paralyzed by mental fog.
We often internalize this struggle, labeling ourselves as lazy, unmotivated, or suffering from a lack of willpower. But what if that feeling of inertia isn't a personality flaw, but rather a symptom of a highly stimulated modern brain?
The core issue isn't laziness, it's chronic overstimulation, driven by a continuous stream of instant gratification. This constant reward cycle is literally overloading the systems designed to regulate your focus and drive.
To understand this, we need to talk about dopamine. Not just the pleasure chemical, but the primary motivator, the reward currency of your brain. Dopamine dictates motivation and helps measure the value of a task versus the effort required. Historically, dopamine spikes were reserved for major achievements, finding food, securing shelter, or completing a challenging hunt. Now, technology has hacked the system, providing massive, immediate dopamine hits on demand.
Every time you open an app, receive a like, or watch a viral clip, your brain gets a quick, intense burst of dopamine. This teaches your reward system that zero-effort activities yield maximum pleasure.
When the brain becomes accustomed to these super high reward activities, anything requiring sustained, quiet effort like studying, deep work, or cleaning feels overwhelmingly boring and unrewarding by comparison. It feels like a dopamine deficit. This high baseline makes sustained focus nearly impossible. Your prefrontal cortex, responsible for executive function and planning, is constantly being hijacked by the anticipation of the next easy reward.
You feel unmotivated, so you seek easy stimulation, scrolling, to alleviate the boredom, which further raises your dopamine baseline. This creates a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle of burnout and superficial stimulation. Beyond the chemical aspect, constant digital input introduces endless social comparison, adding layers of anxiety and inadequacy to the initial lack of focus. We see curated success and feel our slow, effortful progress is insufficient. It's time to reframe that feeling of being lazy. You aren't lacking desire. Your internal motivation regulator, the dopamine system, is simply fatigued and recalibrated to expect unrealistic levels of instant reward.
Recognizing this as systemic burnout, not moral failure, is the first step toward recovery. Your brain needs rest from hyperstimulation, not more caffeine or self-criticism.
The solution isn't radical self-denial, but a strategic recalibration, known as a dopamine detox, a light version tailored for modern life. We aren't cutting out joy, we're resetting the reward system.
Start by identifying your major sources of passive, high dopamine input. This includes short-form video, intense gaming, excessive junk food, and highly stimulating binge watching.
The goal is to consciously reduce the frequency and duration of these quick fixes. Think of it as lowering the background noise so your brain can finally hear the subtle reward signals from effortful tasks.
Introduce effort-based rewards. Start small, focusing on Zone 1, routine maintenance. This includes making your bed, doing the dishes, or simple organizational tasks that provide minor, tangible satisfaction after effort.
Move to Zone 2, focused creation. Dedicate short, timed blocks, like 25 minutes using the Pomodoro technique, to deep work, writing, or learning a skill, deliberately savoring the small win of completion.
Incorporate Zone 3, physical movement. Exercise, even a quick walk, releases natural, sustainable endorphins and dopamine earned through physical exertion, recalibrating your system faster than passive input.
We must intentionally create pockets of boredom. Boredom forces the prefrontal cortex to become active again, seeking internal creativity or prioritizing necessary but often dull tasks. Embrace the quiet.
Introduce friction points to your high dopamine inputs. Delete apps, move distracting devices to another room, or lock out of accounts so the effort required to scroll becomes a conscious barrier.
To prove this works, you need a starting commitment. We challenge you to undertake 24 hours entirely free of passive, short-form digital content. No TikTok, no YouTube Shorts, no Reels. The first few hours will feel excruciatingly uncomfortable. This is withdrawal, proving your system is addicted. Push through. You are creating space for genuine focus to emerge. During these 24 hours, monitor your impulse control. Notice how much easier it becomes to start a meaningful task, even if the progress is slow. Small efforts yield noticeable internal shifts. Remember, you are not lazy. You are just overstimulated. By consciously dialing back the flood of instant rewards, You give your brain the chance to reset its focus baseline. Take the 24-hour challenge today. If you successfully complete it, share your experience in the comments, and be sure to follow us for part 2, where we discuss long-term digital maintenance strategies.